Hey plant lovers, my Syngonium white butterfly is in desperate need of a tidy up. Basically, I put this one in the shower for its watering the other day and it kind of just sprayed the leaves and the vines everywhere. Some of them are not even attached anymore. There's one just hanging here. Just there, it's kind of just hanging and it's not really very attached to the pole anymore, so I thought I'd give it a bit of a tidy up today and yeah, just try and make it look a little bit nicer. So I'm going to slip my gloves on, and it would be much easier to do this without my gloves on, it's true, but I've got sensitive skin, as I've said before, and yeah, it's not worth the risk for me. So let's see what I'm going to do here. To be honest, I didn't do the best job of this when I originally attached it to this pole. So I'm wondering whether I might just completely detach it and then see. I hope I'm not going to regret this. See what happens after that. Just take off these Velcro ties. That's the trouble with wearing gloves, you see. The Velcro sticks to my gloves, which is another annoying little thing. Okay. Let's see what we can do. I might be able to make it a little bit tidier than it was before. Got quite heavy vines going on here. This one's kind of curved though, so I'm not sure if I can uncurve it. I don't want to risk, you know, breaking the vine there. Let me see. Let's just try and detangle it a little bit and see what I can do. What I want to do is get this going up the pole. But yeah, it's kind of got a curve to it now, and I don't know. Maybe if I twist it round a little bit. This is going to be way more complicated than I thought. I think if I can twist that around a little bit, that might help. So I need to take these other Velcros off. Okay. I have to stand up for this and just kind of go around it. That is one chunky vine right there. See, what I've kind of done here is I haven't really put the vines too close to the pole. It's kind of got a lot of space between the vines and the pole, so that's kind of stopping it looking a little bit tidier. So this would be far easier without my gloves. I'm wondering whether to just ditch the gloves and hope for the best, but I'll probably regret it if I do, so I'm not going to. Just take all these. Oh, I'm dropping them everywhere. I think I've got one more piece of Velcro to go there. Okay. And then, oh, I've got two in the same place there. I'm not sure what I was thinking when I originally put this together, but I don't think I've done a very good job. But that's okay, that's how we learn, isn't it? Right. Let's just detangle this a little bit. Just checking some of these leaves that I couldn't previously accessed, just to check they don't have any pests on there. Can't see any, but doesn't mean they're not there, does it? Okay. There's a bit of a maze going on here. It's definitely yeah, I think I'm gonna get this vine first because this is the one that's kind of closest to the pole. I really hope I'm not making this worse. I'm just going to secure that one there. So next we have this one. That is a huge chunky vine. Check that one out. Yeah, if you don't tie this up, it obviously vines and it looks quite messy. It depends what your taste is really as to what you would like to have. Yeah, as I say, I've made a bit of a dog's dinner of this when I actually repotted it, so I'm kind of just working with the dog's dinner, doing the best I can with a previously terrible shoddy job here. But that's okay. I've said it before, whenever I put plants on poles, they never come out looking as nice as the ones you see in the shops. Oh no. Yeah, they never, at least in my case, they never come out looking as nice as the ones you see in the shops. I guess probably the ones that you see in the shops, they grow them like right from the start, which is obviously the sensible way to do it. Whereas what I've done is I've bought a bigger plant and I've just decided I'm going to attach it to a pole. Now it's grown all big. But that's what we're doing. And yeah, this would be way easier without these gloves on, but health first. Health has to come first. Right. As I say, I don't know if this is actually doing anything good, like if it's better than it was, but I thought I'd give it a go anyway. I've kind of got quite a lot of plants in this pot now. To grab some more Velcro. In that I've popped in a fair amount now of propagations too, as well as the original plant that's in here. So it does have quite a number of plants going on. So that makes my job a little bit harder. And yeah, it's just quite a jungle here I've got going. But letting this one trail, I don't think it's an option for me because it will just get out of hand very quickly. I've seen nice ones that trail, but I don't think it's for me. Okay, I feel like I'm kind of getting somewhere now at this point. That one's already secured, so I'm going to come back around here. And there's one just here. This was the curvy one that I want to attach. I think this is the one that had come kind of away that I want to get back on there. So, but yeah, basically I put it in the shower, as I've been doing with all my plants at the moment, in order to kind of give it a good showering off for the pest prevention. And yeah, it just kind of, the water just kind of blew it everywhere. And I think maybe I put it on too strong a jet, but you know, it has to be fairly strong in order to knock off any pests. I've since learned that maybe it's best to turn the jet down a little bit for certain plants, because certain plants can be a little bit more sensitive, you know, if they have very thin leaves or whatever. They can't quite take as much pressure as some of the more thicker leaved plants, but this was one of them. Although it has survived, I mean, it's got through it. It's just kind of displaced the plant a little bit. I do apologise if I can't show you a great deal of what I'm doing here. It's quite kind of fiddly here. Right, I think I'm nearly there with this one. This is the difficult one, so I'm just going to attach it best way that I can here. So I don't want to attach it too tightly, because what happens is then it kind of ruins the flow of the plant, if you know what I mean, if you attach it too tightly, or at least for me it does. I like to have the plant looking fairly natural, but a mistake I've made in the past is to kind of attach it too tightly, and then the plant just looks really squashed. You know, I'll squash leaves on the way around and stuff like that, and that's not good. It's not the look I'm going for. I'm kind of trying to give it the minimum support needed, but in order to still stay natural looking, if you know what I mean, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm just going to do my best. So right, so that's that curvy vine on there. So I've tried not to secure the top ones too much, so they've still got kind of space to grow, you know. Let's see, let's just turn it around and have a look. Have I got any more vines to get here? I think maybe if I just kind of try to splay them apart a little more, you know, at the top there, so they aren't all just so... Yeah, the trouble is with this one is it's not yet attached to the pole, like the aerial roots haven't attached or anything, so it's not got any support. It's relying completely on what I've done for it. So yeah, I'm not I'm not sure that looks any better, but what I might do is just like kind of leave this as it is and put it in a spot that's near to bright and direct light, and then let the leaves turn, so to speak. You know, when you move a plant around, it always looks a bit silly, doesn't it? Like at the moment it looks a bit out of place, but if I just give it a day or two to adjust and let its leaves to all turn in the same direction, I think that's going to improve the look of it a lot, because at the moment it's they're very much all over the place because I've been pulling them around and stuff. But yeah, I think I've done what I set out to do, in that I've attached that vine that was kind of hanging off, but it doesn't have a good side at the moment, if you know what I mean. You know, a plant usually has a good side where it, as I say, all the leaves are kind of facing towards the light. It doesn't really have that right now. So I think I'm just going to leave it there and let it, as I say, adjust. And I shall definitely post an update of when it has adjusted. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Maybe you got some plant chores done too. Thanks so much for watching, really appreciate it. And yeah, it was great to hang out with you. And until next time guys, as always, look after your plants and look after yourself.